Hey guys, it's Gaming Guy 90. Today I'm going to be showing you the completed battle memory in Mother 3. So let's get started. Well, Cricket, friend or foe, even when flat broken stepped on, the imitable bug is always optimistic. Mr. Batty, a bat native to the Sunshine Forest, it loves ambiguity and tends to be wishy-washy. The Yam Monster, desperate to be embraced as sweet and delicious, prefers to beg out underground as much as possible. Firefly, the monster is a small bug fused with a cheap lighter. It's doomed to a one-time use. Flying mouse, the buzzing wings on its back were probably transplanted from a giant insect. Mighty biting snake. Compared to snakes that always bite, it doesn't bite as much, but it does bite, so be careful anyway. Baked Yam Monster, sweet, piping hot, and yummier than a roasted chestnut, but still a monster. Would probably go well with butter. Mischievous Mole, a mischievous prankster. In some regions, the males are referred to as naughty moles. Reconstructed caribou. Someone has modified this gentle reindeer to make it aggressive. Praying mantis. Its aggressive pose is intimidating. It makes you grateful that it isn't enormous in size. Greedy mouse. The mouse squirrels away anything and everything, even burying its worries and responsibilities. Beanling. The beanling is a very mysterious creature. It's also quick to run away. If you can catch one, it'll be a great day. Soup dumpling. This little guy wants to be a sweet dumpling, but he's made of soot instead. He'd make a terrible snack. Walking bushy kindly heals people who aren't hurt, whether they like it or not, but its name is a little iffy. Spudbug. These gather in groups to protect themselves from enemies. They'll proudly attack anyone that appears to be weaker. Agitated boar. The look on its face growls, calm boars don't deserve to be called boars. Crag lizard. When it doesn't move, it looks just like a rock. When it does move, it still looks like a rock. Titany. A very orthodox titany, famous for its personality, but not for its voice. Balding eagle. Prefers to eat meat raw. It recently taken a liking to dried meat, too. Also loves to eat vegetables. Tree. It got sick of being a plant, so it gave walking a try. There's no going back now. The Mecha Drago. This vicious mechanized monstrosity was once a friendly animal known as a Drago. Zombie Man. Not even death can stop him from wandering the graveyard. He attacks people as he seeks new life. Zombie Lady. See Zombie Man's page for her description, but they're exactly alike, pronouns aside, not just because the writer is lazy. Zombie Dog. It chews on its own bones for Lyle of a snack. Its most charming point is its drooping eyeball. Mobile Grave. Wouldn't it be easier to visit a grave if the grave came to you? No, wait, that would just be creepy. Detached leech. Once it sticks, it won't come off easily. Even if you do manage to pull it off, the residue is gross. Spineless lobster. An overgrown crawfish. Those big pincers are so handy, they could shear a sheep near bald. Stinky ghosts. Some ghosts in Sohei Castle are understanding and kind-hearted, but these ones are just plain old mean. Arachnid! There's nothing special about this spider at all. It isn't poisonous, and it doesn't have any medicinal benefits whatsoever. Big Bro. He and Little Bro can't decide on their names. If it's any help, this little guy is the older bro. Barrel Man. Spends all day sniffing a faint odor lingering inside the barrel. Not a bad guy at heart. Ghost Armor. Protects its flesh and bones with steel armor. Never mind that it doesn't have any flesh or bones. Artsy Ghost. Art is dead, or so it declares, but there doesn't seem to be any evidence of this. Violent Roach. If butterflies had no wings, they'd be butter walkers without handsome horns. This guy is a thing. Okay. Strawberry Slime. Caution. This is not strawberry jam. Please do not spread it on bread. Carpet Monster. Even household carpets aren't safe from this guy's smaller cousins. But Sohei just houses the big ones. Ghost Sword. Appears to have a history of killing, too heavy to be handled by a normal person. Ghost Shield. Appears to be covered in scars of glory, too heavy to be lifted by a normal person. Ghost Knight. Once the empty-handed armor gets a hold of its sword and shield, terrible things will happen. Rocking Horse. Hasn't noticed that its master is gone long, and continues to bear his weight on its back. Sudor. No matter how long it takes, this door anxiously waits for someone to open it. It's been waiting for years now. Mr. Passion, the ghost of a musician who died before finishing his symphony. Beware of his captivating melodies. Clayman, a lump of clay brought to life. It works as hard as it looks sad. Pigmask, blundering, chubby soldier who began showing up in Tazmily one day. Recon Mech. This Pigmask surveillance robot doesn't utilize infrared detectors, it responds to smell instead. Lingering Spirit. Endlessly lingers around graveyards all alone, its flames burning with regret. A Sohei Cape. This cape flaps gallantly in the breeze. Its nihilitic, obnoxious... It's nihilitic... Damn it, I'm stumbling on that word. And totally cool. Oso Snake. An enormous snake that rules the Osohei Castle basement. Disturb its sleep and it will tidal wave you goodbye. Dung Beetle. Its favorite dung is that of the cactus wolf, but usually it makes do with sand lizard dung. Sand lizard. Dung beetles clean up their messes, in return they eat the dung beetles. Not exactly a fair trade. Sarah Sahara. Flies around the desert with its chin chattering. Makes its opponents feel foolish. Great Antleon. Digs a hole and waits for ants to fall inside. Doesn't mind if humans happen to fall inside. Cactus Wolf. The cactus wolf has a wolf cactus attached firmly to its forehead. The two get along rather well. Huge Pillbug. So big, it needs capital letters. When it rolls into a ball, its shape just begs for it to be dribbled. Gooey Goo. If you rub your eyes after touching this guy, your legs will turn into goo. Be sure to wash your hands. Cheery Skeleton. Gets cranky once it grows tired of acting upbeat, even cursing at the rattling of its own dry bones. Little Big Bro. Objective-wise, He's caught between his size and his age. It's all very confusing. Pork Tank. The pig mask weapon raises an awful racket and belches black exhaust fumes without remorse. Rambling Mushroom. Often seen wandering around picnic sites, the most normal members of Fungus mobilus. Slitherhead. This creature is greatly troubled whenever it sees an egg. Should it worm it or swallow it? It can't make up its mind. Really Flying Mouse. A powered-up flying mouse. The jet engine on its back and propeller on its neck gives it a top speed of 40 miles per hour. Graded Yam Monster. A rustic combination of a baked yam and a toy helicopter. It grates its body and sends gunk flying. Black Beanling. A beanling coated in sparkling syrup. You'll only come across this monster if you've got good luck. Big Spudbug. 3 years later, the Spudbug is now a respectable adult. But what does that even mean for a bug? Squawking Stick. An unthinkable blend of a bird and a stick. It chirps and beckons for other animals. Mushroom. A chimera with a rambling mushroom on its head. In rare cases, its own spores will make it feel strange. Reconstructed Mole. He's had trouble eating worms ever since both of his hands were converted into power drills. Cattlesnake. Even the creators of this creature are too afraid to approach it. Stay out of its way for your own good. Pigtunia. The piggy plant snorts and blooms from spring to fall. It disperses pollen that causes watery eyes. Batangan. A strange creature whose wings are too weak for its own heavy head. Watch out for its fleas. Dogfish. Startling when it suddenly jumps out of the lake. Its talents include underwater sit and underwater shake. Top Dogfish. The unbalanced chimera is half legendary giant fish, the master of the sea, and half plain old dog. Australophant. Its long is the long part its trunk or its neck. How does it bathe itself? An utterly mysterious chimera. Slimy Slug. Has a vicious personality. It uses hypnosis, but it's much like a normal slug in that it hates salt water. Greedier Mouse. It's astonishingly greedy and claims he's merely lending everything in the world to everyone. Arachnid. Has an incredible 4 exclamation marks in its name. That's just the kind of spider it is. Elder Batty. Some may think he's more important than Mr. Batty, but he's actually at Mr. Batty's beck and call. Weeping Guitar. A forgotten guitar that left wailing in the attic. Plays touching solos with its last 3 strings. Beaten Drum. Even after being torn, it defies orders not to give up, but to bang on the rim instead. It isn't easily beaten. Jealous Base. A wooden base whose time in the limelight is up. Holds a grudge against the new base on the block. Parental Kinga Shark. The parent's power comes from its child support. Although an enemy, it's still quite admirable. Reconstructed Lion. As a lion, its bite and roar are expected. The coiling and the fire-breathing thing, not so much. Mecha Turtle. Even the provincial tortoise was built into a fighting machine, but it's still as slow in the head as ever. Wound Up Roadhog. A boar rigged up with a spring, and not the water kind either. Pork trooper. So the fierce looking, he's afraid of his... So fierce looking, he's afraid of his own reflection. Takes good care of his men, and is a huge DCMC fan. Scrapped robot, a wobbly robot that has broken down with no plans of renovation. It's not worth worrying about. Roadblock. The monster is a hybrid of a traffic barrier and a blockade. What is a blockade anyway? Bright smile. No, this isn't a toothpaste mascot. This guy probably doesn't even know what he is either. Wobbly robot. This was thrown together for no real reason. There's no use for it, so it wasn't set free on the highway. Atomic robot. A robot that replenishes other robots' energy by utilizing the power of the atom. Rhinocerocket. A rocket-based ramming attack. Its rocket-based ramming attacks are intense. Doesn't seem to be that interested in outer space. Forlorn junk heap. A clayman that has grown lonely. All sorts of garbage and junk has been absorbed into its body. Whatever. A chimera that was thrown together with whatever was handy. Some say it turned out better that way. Minor robot. It's minor because, first of all, it's terrible at math, and second, it needs a 64 Celsius batteries. 64C batteries. 64C batteries. Battery man. Like alkaline, Mr. Manganese, little lithium, Sir Nickel. They all look alike, but there are many different kinds. Pork trooper. After tasting defeat, the soldier underwent intense training to power himself up. Screw loose. A screw that holds Thunder Tower together, even if 5 or 6 of them have come loose, it's no big deal. Surprise box. More than anything, it lives to terrify people. It sometimes startles itself and bursts into laughter. Miss Marshmallow. A robot that takes care of its master, cooks, cleans, does laundry, cleans out ears, and trims nose hair. Short circuit zap. Flies out of power conducts with lots of energy and hectic, energetic, electric. That's his slogan. Mr. Generator. The generator robot of Thunder Tower. It uses paralyzing chop attacks as if to say, "Take that!" Cleopatra. It looks like a mummified cat, but it's not a cat at all. It's something entirely different altogether. Bro team. The little big bro keeps his beloved big bro on his head. Great siblings, but just what are they? Lord Passion, the spirited musician, can't control his tempo. In fact, his passion is just hitting a crescendo. Squawking boomstick, a strange sparrow stick. Combination that also seems to have a bomb planted inside it. Horsantula. A dropkick from any one of its 8 legs is intense. Its 3rd leg from the right is World Cup class. Einswine. A piggish creature with a primate-ish brain. A primitive-ish brain. It uses PSI, so don't take it lightly. Almost Mecha Lion. The only non-mechanical part of its is a portion of its face. Only eats raw meat soaked in machine oil. Zombadillo. This is getting out of hand. What's next? An anteater zombie? A platypus zombie? Pigmask Captain. It's a pigmask who aims for promotion to major. His monthly salary is a meager 900 DP. Nice poser. What might its ultimate pose be? Its is making an effort to master posing techniques in battle. The Squeaks. Stealing cheese, chewing power cords. This bad boy's done it all. Has a wife and 7 kids. 10 Yeti. He recently got into unpredictable sport of snowboard cross. Get in his way and he'll get mad. Chili Dog. A cold-blooded mammal that prides itself in its frozen solid tail capable of hammering nails. Frosted Bun. The Snowcat Mountain confection is actually a monster. Tends to melt during heated battles. Steel Mecharilla. A construction chimera designed to destroy the old chimera lab to make way for a new building. Security Robot. Takes care of suspicious intruders, smoke in the kitchen, and reheating bathtub. Naughty Mushroom. The rarest member of Fungus mobilis. Absolutely do not dare to ever eat one. Filthy Attack Roach. The violent roach was awful, but this guy is bigger, quicker, greasier, and more energetic. Frightbot. A robot programmed to terrorize Mr. Sanders with frightening words. Humans aren't scared, though. Pigmask Major. A pigmask quite content being major. His monthly salary is a meager 1,400 DP. Sky Titany. A silhouette of this Titany's stretched wings against the starry night sky is a sight to behold. Mrs. Lava. The Lady of Lava? The Mrs. of Magma? Somebody please explain just who or what she's supposed to be. Firefly. Lives off magma flowing from volcanoes. Its blood reaches temperatures over 1,500 degrees. Magman. Its overwhelming pent-up anger explodes with a bang. Fireflies make their home in this guy's cranial crater. Scampering Mushroom. A hurried, impetuous, restless mushroom that is also hasty, impatient, and completely frenzied. New Facade. Don't look out. Don't fall for New Facade's new facade. He's bigger and badder than ever. Navy Squeal. Patrols the bottom of the sea and receives an extra 4 DP an hour because of the danger involved. Oops, I should. Roundfish. Has 5 eyeballs, 2 are on its back, has only 1 mouth. But wait, that's normal. Rock Lobster. The Rough Rider of the Sea. This bad boy rebel dyed his pincers and his body metallic purple. Fish Roman. The eggs of this walleye pollock salted and prepared to perfection in a seasoned broth as a man. Master Eddie. This bizarre creature is a guardian deity of the sea. He punishes violators with powerful whirlpools. Zombie Shroom. Recently discovered on Taintain Island. It's usually rotten and attracts its food by dancing. Eerie Smile. What you see isn't always what you get. This eerie grin doesn't exactly exist. Monkalrus. Let's out a sad howl when it meets the Batangutan with its head on it. Occasionally picks fights too. Ancient Dragonfly. Its dragon-like appearance protects it from enemies, also somewhat like a dragon in that it breathes fire. Titany. Native to Taintain Island. The strongest and greenest of all Titany species. Unwelcome Gust. This bad breeze causes trouble when it flips up skirts and blows off topies. Unwelcome indeed. Barrier Trio. One of the Mad Gypsies created these monsters to protect something very important. Blue Balding Eagle. Sometimes it accidentally swallows the food that it went through all the trouble to get for its baby baldlings. Tender Loving Tree. Takes good care of blue balding eagle chicks and burns with eternal wrath at anyone who approaches. Metal Monkey. Fighting this monkey will result in quite the experience. Just keep that in mind. Mecha Mole. Burrows into the ground using a drill on its nose. Has a red light on its head just for the heck of it. Cuddle Bomb. Its creepy, happy smile and overly friendly attitude makes it deeply suspicious. Negative Man. Feels negativity about anything and everything. Only feels positivity about feeling negativity. Sticky Slug. These guys swarm down from the ceiling when they sense a person's body heat. Hefty Head. Its head is crammed with knowledge such as insect and flower names and how much certain things cost. Pigmask Colonel. A pigmask who fears demotion to major. His monthly salary is a meager 2,000 DP. Mask Man. What expression lies hidden behind his mask? And more importantly, who is he? Metal Attack Roach. A roach strengthened by its all-silver body. It actually makes it less gross and creepy. Putrid Moldy Man. Clean the mold off this guy and there won't be anything left. In other words, he's a pile of mold. Miracle Facade. Miraculously enough, Facade has attained an even more powerful form. He may look funny, but he means serious business. King Statue. A statue honoring Porky's greatness. In its right hand is a slingshot, and in its left is a comic book. Hippo Launcher. A special chimera created for Porky's birthday. Production expenses were astronomical. Men's Bathroom Sign. It boasts an instantly understandable design. If only it would wait to attack until after people do their business. Boa Transistor. Spins its head in a circle when sizing up an enemy. Has titanium skin, unsuitable for handbags. K9000. Based on a comic drawn by Porky, it shoots mini mechs from its mouth and causes a real uproar. Rhinocerocket Mark II. This creature was combined with a leftover rocket from a field space program. Love Walker. Its engine runs on a deep, passionate yearning to meet people and find out about them. Mecha Lion. Lions are already scary enough as it is, but combine one with a mech and it becomes terrifyingly cool. Return of Octobot. Molded after an Ultimate Octobot, but where did they manage to find an Ultimate Octobot? This improved upgraded robot. This improved wobbly robot no longer wobbles. Why wasn't it made this way to begin with? Nobody knows. Nuclear Robot replenishes even more energy than the atomic power robot, but its explosion is all the more powerful too. Natural Killer Cyborg. Based on a dream Porky once had, Natural Killer stands for Natural Killer. Porky 01. Robots based off of Porky when he was a child, made in a set of 11 for such purposes as forming a soccer team. Minerali. Don't just sit there and wonder why a rock would attack you. That would be dangerous. Fenomeno. A mysterious energy formed that powerfully resonates with the vibrations of the last needle. Porky. Believe it or not, this is Porky in the flesh. He is simultaneously an old man and a young boy. And finally, Porky in the absolutely safe capsule. Porky had a tantrum and made Dr. Andonauts and the Mr. Saturns create an absolutely safe capsule. And that's it! That is all the entries in the battle memory. I'm sorry if I might have forgotten to show you the back sprite of a few of them. But yeah, that is everything in the battle memory, so you can tell that I've completed the battle memory, all the front and back sprites, because I have a silver star up under time and a gold star underneath the time. And by the way, what this all unlocks, I believe this unlocks a hard mode when you beat the game. So anyways, that's all the time I have for now. Until next time, this is Gaming God 90, signing out.